Hi friends and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a sourdough starter from scratch. It's super simple and only requires a few basic ingredients. We will begin with a whole wheat sourdough starter because it's easier to make and takes just 8 days. In the future video I will show you how to modify your whole wheat starter into a white flour starter, if that's what you prefer. Alright, let's get started. Here is what you will need: a spatula, a jar, or even better, two jars, a kitchen scale, good quality whole wheat flour, filtered water, a paper towel or cloth along with rubber band to cover your jar and let your starter breathe. With these simple tools and ingredients, you will be ready to create your sourdough starter. Let's move on to the first step. On the first day, combine 30 grams of filtered water with 25 grams of whole wheat flour in your jar. Stir it well until no dry bits remain. Cover the jar with a paper towel or cloth and secure it with a rubber band. Let it sit in a warm spot for 2 days. The ideal temperature for your starter is 75-78 degrees Fahrenheit. I use a special sourdough house, but you can also place your jar in the oven with the light on and the door slightly open, or find any other warm spot in your house. On day 3, you might notice a lot of bubbles in your starter. This is a great sign that it's active and alive. Now take 15 grams of starter and mix it with 25 grams of filtered water and 25 grams of whole wheat flour. Stir it well until fully combined, then cover the jar again with a paper towel or cloth and secure it with a rubber band. Let it sit in a warm spot for 24 hours. We will repeat this process daily until day 5. On day 4, your starter might look a bit liquidy and have fewer bubbles. Don't worry, this is completely normal as it continues to develop. Now again, take 15 grams of starter and mix it with 25 grams of filtered water and 25 grams of whole wheat flour. Stir it well until fully combined and let it sit in a warm spot for 24 hours. On day 5, your starter will have more bubbles and will become more stable. This is a sign that it's growing stronger and getting closer to being ready. Now repeat the same process. Take 15 grams of starter and mix it with 25 grams of filtered water and 25 grams of whole wheat flour. On day 6, your starter should have a lot of bubbles. This is a great sign. Now let's work on making it stronger. Mix 20 grams of starter with 35 grams of filtered water and 35 grams of whole wheat flour. Using more ingredients make it easier to see if it doubles in size. Wrap a rubber band around the jar at the level of your starter to track its growth. Let it sit in a warm spot for 24 hours. On day 7, you should see that your starter has doubled in size. This means it's basically ready. However, to ensure it's strong enough, let's repeat the process. Mix 20 grams of starter with 35 grams of filtered water and 35 grams of whole wheat flour. On day 8, we will feed the starter one last time and use it to make a bread. On day 8, your starter is ready to be fed for baking bread. Here is what to do. Take 25 grams of starter, mix it with 50 grams of filtered water, add 50 grams of whole wheat flour. Stir everything together until fully combined. Let it sit in a warm spot overnight. By the next morning, it will be ready to use in your bread recipe. If your starter doesn't look strong enough yet, for example, if it's not doubling in size, don't worry, simply continue feeding it daily until it becomes active and bubbly. On day 9, you will see that your starter is beautifully strong and ready to be used in your favorite bread recipes. Remember to always save a portion of your starter to keep it alive for the future baking. To make sure your starter is truly ready, let's do the float test. Gently pour some starter over a glass of water. If it floats, your starter is active and ready to use. If it sinks, it might need a bit more time and a few additional feeding to strengthen. To maintain your starter, store it in the refrigerator and feed it a couple of days before you plan to bake bread. If you bake frequently, you can keep it at a room temperature and feed it daily. In my next video, I will show you how to make a 50-50 bread recipe using this starter. Stay tuned and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.